So let's see. Aquaman battle cry. It's Polynesian.
All right. Oh, should we start our episode with a Polynesian war cry?
No, because I can't do it correctly. No.
That's pretty good, right?
It does.
I think it is.
No, it's not.
I think the general public would agree. Hi, I'm Joe.
And I'm Lauren.
And we are
the
NeuroNerds.
Yes, that was on time.
I feel pretty good about that.
NeuroNerds.
You know what we're talking about? Comic-Con.
We're not there.
We're not. This is kind of a bummer. But next year, there's always next year.
I would love to be like us to have like a panel or be on a panel or something.
It'd be awesome. Hey,
I'm shooting
we'll create
for the
our own.
stars.
Well, yeah, we'll create our own.
That's going to be the USO Rock Summit.
Exactly.
Hopefully coming in 2019.
That's the goal, people.
The goal, guys. But like, I would love to be invited to be at Comic-Con. Like, if I could like squeak in a moment to like go do a meet and greet with like Chris Evans or Sebastian Stan, I would be happy. Or Tom Hiddleston.
You know what all of them would say? This is such a funny meet and greet in your hotel room. It's so weird.
Oh my God.
It's so weird. Why are there cameras facing at the bed? Why am I in the bed?
Oh my God.
So yeah.
What kind of girl do you take me for?
The kind that would do that to Loki, Thor, and Captain America.
No, Loki, Bucky.
Oh, I'm sorry. Loki, Bucky, and Captain America. And they're
actually,
like, what?
Actually, probably what I would do is I put Bucky and Captain America together and be like, now kiss.
Oh, wow.
That's actually why I would have the
So Comic-Con.
Wow, okay.
I'm super excited. Actually, you know what? I take that back. I'm not very excited at all.
Why?
Well, number one, I'm not there.
Yes.
But Star Wars isn't really doing a Comic-Con thing, which is kind of bullshit, and it's bullshit in two ways. Bullshit reason number one, they're Star Wars. They have to be at Comic-Con, so they shouldn't have ever done that. Bullshit number two, they're actually like releasing Star Wars stuff at Comic-Con, so they're liars.
Wow.
So season 5 was it 5 or 6 of the Clone Wars?
Oh yeah.
It's a thing, which is awesome. The Clone Wars is an incredible cartoon based on what happened in the Clone Wars.
Yes.
That really terrible Star Wars movie.
Oh my God.
It was so bad. But they had an amazing...
I think I blocked it out. It took me a moment to be like, what was that?
Right?
I was like, what movie?
That movie is rough. So it's great because there was on Cartoon Network, they had like these little 10-minute clips of the Clone Wars. It was like Japanese animation.
Mm-hmm.
Incredible. Like that's what a Jedi should be. Everything about it was great. Everything about it was perfect. Then they like decided to do like a movie, and the movie was okay. But then they did a TV show, like half-hour like cartoon. Amazing. It was deep. It's
considered one of the highest rated Star Wars stories.
Yeah.
Productions.
It was great because they didn't really water it down for children.
No.
You know, there was like a scene, or it was like an underwater like Jedi battle scene. And I was like, that's a lot of dead bodies. Mm-hmm. This is a Cartoon Network show for children.
Keeping it real, y'all.
Yeah. No. So I was really excited. So
I think they also played it on Disney Channel.
They did. So the Disney merger that actually kind of killed the next, because they had 2 other seasons planned out, but then the merger that got put on the back burner, which just kind of made it disappear, which sucks.
A lot of fans were disappointed.
I was super disappointed, but now they're bringing it back, and I could not be happier.
My favorite, like I think I said it last time, my favorite Star Wars cartoon is the Lego one.
Lego Star Wars is amazing.
And they're looking for the Kyber crystals.
Oh, the Kyber crystals. Yeah. That's actually super cute.
It is so adorable. And my favorite character, she's a Sith Lord, I think. She's a Sith. Her name's Nari. And she has like a butterfly tattoo on her face. She's super cool. I love her because she's evil.
She has a butterfly tattoo. Is she the game? You know, the rapper of the game? He has a butterfly tattoo. Because, you know, there's nothing more gangster than a tattoo on your face of a butterfly.
Seriously, right?
I was thinking about getting a tattoo on my face.
Would it cover your whole face?
Yeah, it's going to be a tattoo of Brad Pitt. So I look exactly like Brad Pitt.
Oh my God, that would make these episodes so much more magical.
Isn't that a great idea? Hey, I'm not making you face me while you talk.
Not yet.
Yeah, so you be distracted by my awesomeness.
But we'd have to talk about like which Brad Pitt. Would this be like...
It would be California Brad Pitt.
No, we'd have to go movie. Like, are we talking about...
Yeah, California. The one where he was like creepy crazy and he looked really gross.
No.
Yeah, it'd be that one.
I will take Meet Joe Black, Legends of the Fall, or Troy.
I'll go Legend of the Fall. He's a very attractive man.
Oh, he's so beautiful.
I'm very comfortable in my sexuality.
As you should be.
Good looking dude.
You should be.
Yeah. I'd date him.
Brad Pitt's a good looking.
I'd date him. Not because he's good looking. He just seems like a really nice guy.
I don't know if he aged well. You know, he's looking his age now, but man... That body and Troy.
Ditto.
Right?
No, I don't know.
I'm like, okay, sorry.
Dude, normally it takes a lot longer for us to derail, but
Sorry.
So Comic-Con.
I was gonna say, speaking of hot bodies.
So speaking of hot bodies, so at Comic-Con, so like the Star Wars thing, I was a little disappointed with. Marvel isn't really doing like a massive panel. Because they've laid out, I guess, enough. You know what? I know why. Because they're waiting for the Fox merger to be like official before they can say, oh yeah, by the way, you know what's coming through the pipes? Fantastic Four, X-Men are joining the MCU. So yeah, that's gonna happen. It's just a matter of time. So they're working out like,
and I'm okay with that. I am okay with that because also I want them to focus on making the next Avengers movie good.
It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be so
Bucky,
good.
y'all.
No, Bucky's coming back for sure. He's still got. Come on,
I know he still's got me.
In the real world. We know he has like several more movies on his contract.
Yeah, but doesn't mean I'm not agonized and stressed about it. Okay?
That's true.
I have so many feels.
No, I really feel that they could just like leave everybody dead.
I think they could too. Like I'm terrified of that because they're now trying to subvert fans' expectations. And I think now they got a little power trip off it and they're being sadistic. And I think they're going to leave everyone dead. That's like my worst fear.
That would be awesome. But they could do like the infinite timelines, So in this timeline,
no, but I don't want that.
Dead.
I don't want that.
In another timeline, Miles Morales is Spider-Man.
No, I like Tom Holland.
So do I. I think he's great. By the way, I didn't know Tom Holland is going to be a video game character adaptation into a movie. The Uncharted series. He's going to be Nathan Drake, who's kind of like Indiana Jones, just really funny.
I did not know this.
Nathan Fillion just did like a fan-made 15-minute thing. So the character is basically Nathan Fillion.
Wait, which version of Nathan Fillion?
Amazing, funny, witty version of Nathan Fillion, like Space Captain.
Yes,
Nathan Fillion.
Farscape Captain?
Yeah, no, not Farscape. No. Firefly.
Oh, okay.
So it's basically
Was he in Farscape?
I'm sure he's been in every nerd, everything.
Right, seriously.
So it's basically that, and he's a treasure hunter. So he's voiced by Nolan North, who does an amazing job as Nathan Drake, but he's basically just doing Nathan Fillion. Okay. So Nathan Fillion has been hearing this for years that like you're an amazing Drake, like you would be great. So he decided to do like a 15-minute fan, he called in like favors, and he got like a bunch of people to be in it. It's pretty good. Like it's proof of concept that like this movie would absolutely work, and it wouldn't be an Indiana Jones clone. It wouldn't be. He's awesome. So like I'm really excited about that. So, but apparently a movie that's in the works is a young Nathan Drake who's going to be played by Tom Holland.
Yay! He's such a cute little kid.
He is. He's adorable.
Like 20, but I'm like he's a cute kid.
But I want Nathan Fillion, Nathan Drake.
Well, just tell him to hop into a time machine.
Oh no! By the way, he looks really good.
No, I know he looks really good.
Like he. By the way, he was really swollen for a while. Like he's dropped weight. He's in good shape. I think he could do it.
I liked his character in Modern Family. When he's the weather guy.
I liked his character in not South Beach Diet, Santa Clarita Diet.
Oh, I love him in that.
So good. He deserved to be eaten. And if you're going to be eaten, why not be eaten by Drew Barrymore, who I adore. Had a childhood crush since Firestarter.
Oh, okay. I was going to say Charlie's Angel.
Nope. Light My Fire, Drew Barrymore.
That's cute.
I'll Be Your Alien, E.T.
Yes.
So we have a correspondent on the ground of Comic-Con. So my good friend Ashley, who's amazing, and she's the NeuroNerd adjacent because she hasn't had a brain injury, but she's an absolute nerd. She's at Comic-Con and she's doing like these little interviews with people, and she's telling us what she's seeing, all the cool stuff that's going on. She's dressed up on day one. She was dressed up as Legends of the Hidden Temple. Come on, people. Like, you have to remember that. If not, Google it. Nickelodeon.
Yep.
And on day 2, she's Super Mario because she's super awesome. So now we're going to go to our NeuroNerd adjacent correspondent on the ground floor at her first day at Comic-Con, the beautiful, the talented Ash.
Hello.
Hello. Is it me you're looking for?
I'm looking for you.
What's happening, Ash?
Nothing. Me and Chastity just got in the exhibit hall.
Oh, what'd you see? I need to know.
I don't know. It's just a whole bunch of crap you could buy right now. We just exited a Star Wars panel of fashion.
Oh, a fashion. Is there anything spectacular?
Like the backpacks and purses and like all that kind of stuff that you could buy. Super awesome.
Oh my gosh. So how's your experience at so you're Ash, our Comic-Con correspondent, the woman on the ground.
Yes, I am.
So how is it so far? Is it crazy? Is it like overwhelming?
So it's kind of overwhelming. It's so much to do at once that so many things to look at, and some of the panels are at the same time. So you gotta like really pick and choose which one you want to do.
Oh, so what are you really looking forward to? Like, what's the one you're like, I need to see this. I can't miss out.
Oh my God! Tomorrow I want to see Good Place, so that will be at the Marriott Hotel across the street.
Wait, what's Good Place?
Have you ever seen that TV?
Oh, the one with Ted
show.
with Ted Danson?
Yes.
Oh, I love Ted Danson.
Yeah, so they will have the panel tomorrow afternoon at the Marriott across the street. So I'm trying to get in there for that. And they also have a whole Good Place setup outside. I'll send you a picture. It looks like I'm in front of their house.
Oh, that's awesome. You all right? So I was just talking to a friend of mine about this. How do you feel about like things like the Good Place that aren't necessarily like comic-y or Comic-Con-y being at Comic-Con?
It's a little weird because I guess they had like a lot of big stuff back out, so like they're probably trying to fill some spots.
Oh,
but I don't know. I like the show. Well, just the fact that me and Chaston are dressed up like Legends of the Hidden Temple team members. It's not comic booky, but we're adorable.
No. That's better than comic booky. It's incredible. And by the way, I've seen your outfit. It's epic.
Thank you.
Yeah,
we're trying.
I wish like it was like an everyday norm that I could just go to the store in that outfit.
Oh, it would be because I'm like, this will be my everyday laundry shirt. You know, I'm at the grocery store with my helmet on, the produce filling up apples.
That and the aggro crag. That one, like I just want to walk around with a piece of the aggro crag.
Right, you're right. Yeah, so tomorrow I'll be Super Mario, so that would be fun too.
Oh, you know what? That's perfect because Ash, you're already super awesome. So I heard some awesome Star Wars news because there's not supposed to be any Star Wars stuff. There's like no Star Wars panel. There's just like stuff like it, but this morning they announced that Star Wars, the Clone Wars, the cartoon that was on Cartoon Network, it's coming back for a final season.
Yep, season 10.
Is it season 10?
Yep.
Gasp. I'm pretty excited about that.
Yeah.
So is there any have you checked out any of like the toy stuff? Because they always have like Comic-Con exclusive stuff.
That's what so they have exclusive watches. So that's what I went to, like a full panel of the clothing. Mm-hmm. So her universe, Felice may be familiar with that, with all the women stuff. They're coming out with a final clothing for Clone Wars. And then they have exclusive watches and backpacks for Star Wars that are here. So, yeah.
So are those the things, are they only at Comic-Con? Is it like a Comic-Con exclusive?
Only at Comic-Con, yeah. Like they only made like 500 of them and that's it.
Oh, that makes me so happy and angry at the same time. So you're gonna have to like push. You're gonna have to push somebody down a flight of steps and take them. No. I'm not advocating violence.
Right. That's fine. I will definitely push someone for you.
Oh man, is there any like DC Marvel stuff that you've seen or excited to see?
I have not seen anything yet, but there's a lot to see. Mm-hmm. Man, I've only been here since 8:00 and my brain.
So you're there all weekend, right?
I am here today and tomorrow.
Okay.
We also signed up for like some kind of club tonight called Fire Stick.
Oh.
And we're going to see what we can get out of that.
Oh, you know what you're going to get? A good time.
What,
I heard they party at Comic-Con.
Yes.
Because honestly, nobody parties like a Comic-Con party, right? I don't know. Do nerds party like that?
Nerds are fucking awesome and they party all day.
I agree with that. I saw I was watching like the My Little Pony documentary and they had like a party afterwards and I was like, I want to be at this party. This seems amazing.
Right.
Oh man, Ash, I'm so happy that you're there and you're like I'm so happy that you're there and you're hanging and talking to me and doing this for the NeuroNerds and my NeuroNerd community. We like super appreciate it. You and Chaston, because Chaston's awesome too.
Chaston is awesome.
Oh, you were cutting out a little bit.
So yeah, the fact that we're dressed up makes them even more awesome.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? So we'll leave this in the show. So I have a bone to pick with Mika. Mika is Chasten's wife. Not dressing up. Come on, son.
Right.
I think we need to shame Mika for not dressing up. Are you on board? Are you on board with that, Ash?
I am on board with that.
So,
I am there.
So I'll share with my entire NeuroNerd community and my NeuroNerd co-host, Lauren. We are now shaming you, Mika.
Correct.
You're being shamed. I don't know what effects we're going to add to this, but everybody out there, you're being shamed.
Shame.
So if you want to see, like, I'll post pictures of you and Chasten in your outfits on the NeuroNerds, so everybody can see how amazing your outfits are.
Yeah, I'll get another picture of us, like, outside, and then I can send it to you for you guys to post.
Oh, can you also get a picture of you stealing all of that Star Wars stuff? Because that would be amazing.
Yes, I can.
Ash, you're the best. I adore you. You're seriously, like, one of the greatest people in the world. I love you so very much. And I'm so happy that, like, my first kind of, like, remote thing that I'm doing, my remote interview is with you. Like, this is so memorable. This is so amazing. And I'm so happy that I get to do it, that I get to do it a second time too. This is awesome. So, anything, obviously we're nerds by nature. So anything that you think is awesome and amazing, obviously we'll chit chat about that, tomorrow. And anything, obviously Marvel, Star Wars, DC, I guess.
I'll keep an ear out and keep you posted.
Yeah. Keep an ear out. Be as awesome as you are. Have as much fun as humanly possible. And don't let all these smelly, gross nerds bump into you. Like, shove them back.
Oh, yeah. No, we're good. Let me cut it off before I lose you, though. I will definitely touch bases with you.
Awesome, Ash. I love you. Have a great time. And I'll talk to you tomorrow, okay?
Perfect. Thank you so
much.
Hi, NeuroNerd.
NeuroNerd correspondent out. So DC apparently is doing some stuff. So
I feel like he's like the DC's the heavy hitter since Marvel's not there. Star Wars.
I agree,
there.
and they've come out swinging. So I saw 2 trailers today.
Okay,
and so
we have slightly differing opinions.
Yes, everybody knows that Lauren here is a big fan of Jason Momoa.
God, he's a beautiful man. He will forever be my Khal Drogo, and that's what I wanted for Aquaman. Was basically Khal Drogo in water.
So he's not that
pants. No,
at all.
No.
He's a surfer dude, which is weird.
He's a bro,
but you know, it is what it is. So like, I've been hating on this movie, and Lauren has just been through the roof.
I've been ambivalent with it.
She's been so excited about it since like Jason Momoa like signed on and it's like official thing. So really? I've been hating on it. Yeah, you've been like, oh, I can't wait for the movie.
Oh, before it came out. Yes, yeah. Before Justice League ruined me.
Yeah. So she was like, her excitement level, I would say it is a 10. My excitement level would have been a 1 because I'm like, no, this is terrible. Everything sucks. She saw the Justice League and she was her excitement level was cut in more than half.
Yes.
She was like, this is, I don't like this interpretation.
There was like 2 scenes like that, like 5-second clips of. I was like,
yes,
I like it.
Yeah. And then the rest, it's like, oh yeah, it's DC.
Yeah.
So like my excitement level got a little bit more. It was a little bit higher after watching Justice League because it was just a good mindless old fashioned time of the movies. So the Aquaman trailer dropped. I watched it. I made Lauren watch it.
We had slightly different reactions.
We completely did. So I'm in. I'm super in. Like I'm like I'm looking forward to it because I think Aquaman, like getting to know his character is going to be cool to people who don't know, who aren't like super nerds. And it's done by James Wan, and James Wan is a dope director. He did the Conjuring. He did Insidious. He's actually producing a movie my friend is going to be starring in.
Oh, is that La Llorona?
La Llorona, which just dropped like its first like teaser thing. Oh, it's going to be epic. It's going to be I'm so excited for her. I'm really jazzed. Anyways, he also did a Fast and the Furious, which I'm not a big fan of that series, but he did like one of the ones where people were like, oh, that's actually a movie, not like mindless explosions. It's not a Michael Bay film. It's a film. It's not a Michael Bay film. So I'm excited about that. So I was in. And so my excitement level jumped up.
Yeah, he's like at a 6.
Yes. And Lauren.
So one, I think I blocked out that they were coming out with an Aquaman movie. Honestly, I was like, wait, what do you mean there's an Aquaman movie?
Yeah, she was like, animated? What's going on?
Yeah, like the last, like my probably Aquaman that I like is Flashpoint. With the Flash when the Flashpoint paradox, was that it?
So
you know,
good.
I kind of dug that. He was like a evil military general. I dug it. Anyway, but so here I'm sitting here. I'm like, okay. I mean, more eye candy for Jason Momoa. I'm okay with the trailer. I don't know. Like again, I have to reserve judgment without slight reserving it. So I'm at a 4 because DC has done this to us before.
Yes.
They've given us a spectacular trailer, or at least a good trailer. Like this was a good trailer. There was a lot going on, but it's a good trailer. They've done this to us 3 times before.
We've been hurt before, DC.
Yeah. We've had good trailers of utter crap.
Yes.
Right? Suicide Squad.
Hot garbage.
All it was a trailer. And you know what? I actually, because I love Jared Leto, I was like, I want a good
The worst
Joker.
part of the movie.
Shut up. I was hoping. Okay. So that was the first, like, I still love Jared. If you're listening, please listen to us.
Superman versus Batman, Dawn of Justice.
Dawn of Justice. Good
Water
trailer.
trash.
What the fuck, guys?
So bad.
Martha.
Yes,
right?
so bad.
Like,
so bad.
It was so bad.
Justice League.
A good, promising trailer.
Right?
Right around the time. But see, they had to compete against Avengers, so that's their issue. Or was it Civil War? Avengers 2.5. But so they've given us good trailers, good cuts. But I feel also they reveal a lot in the trailers. And then we watch the movies and we're just like, wait, what?
They reveal that these movies could be awesome, but they choose to make them not.
Yeah. Like the only DC movie where like the trailer and the movie was good was Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman was amazing. It was really good.
And then what
I
happened,
went into it with very low expectations and I came out of it saying this is their best movie so far.
And it still is.
Yeah.
And you know what though? Justice League, what happened to Diana's characterization and the Amazon's characterization?
Nothing. It was
it was like suddenly an alternate universe where it's like, wait, who are these? But anyways, I digress. So I'm not even gonna say like cautiously hopeful about Aquaman. I would like to be surprised. Let me put it that way. DC, surprise me, please.
Yeah, so my expectations went up, her expectations went down. We are now even.
We're at a 5.
Yep. So
combined.
So this is what's going to happen. We're not going to go see it when it comes out.
No.
We'll see it maybe within the first 2 weeks when there's nothing else to see and we're bored.
Yes.
So that's going to be the thing. That's going to be the move for sure. Another DC. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I was just we were discussing this earlier because we're talking about bro Aquaman.
Yes, Aqua Bro.
So one of his things that he does not like is Momoa's
Yeehaw.
It's not. Right? So I was trying to educate him that actually comes from Polynesian culture. Because I used to be a Polynesian dancer and it's a
I'm your Polynesian dancer.
It's a cry. It's not a word. I believe the closest word I can think of is in hula, which is a kahea, which is it's like a command or it's like a rally cry. But that's what he's doing. It's based off a Polynesian war cry, which I'm totally cool with. So I didn't have a big problem with that because I recognized it for what it was.
I had a big problem with it.
Most
because
people
I'm
don't
ignorant.
know what it is. And that's okay because a lot of people don't know anything of Polynesian culture, that there's even a difference between Tahiti, Samoa, Tonga, New Zealand, Hawaii. Like people don't know. I get it. But so that's not my big issue. That I know Joe didn't like that. There's other things I don't like.
I didn't. You know what else I didn't like? And I'm sure you absolutely loved it. I say that sarcastically. My man.
Oh, that I did. I mean, I get it. It's a surfer bro.
It was so
fine.
Bad. It was so bad.
I wanted Khal Drogo in water.
No, it was so I like the two definitions of like Aquaman. Like people like he talks to fish.
Yes, he talks to fish.
That's like the weak version of Aquaman. He doesn't talk to fish. He commands the ocean. And I wanted the commander of the ocean. I haven't gotten it yet.
I agree.
You know?
Like what I thought when they first released the clips from Justice League was that they were like, oh, Thor is this primordial god brought to Earth onto a team. I was like, cool. So maybe Aquaman is an elemental primordial god because he's what has to do with water. He's a water deity. So I'm like, oh, cool. So he's going to be this like tribal godlike creature that is really so like Thor just barely came into his real own in Infinity Wars. So I was hoping that Aquaman, they were going to reinvent him instead of being like the clean cut Arthur Curry that we knew as either some acolyte, an avatar, something of this primordial godlike being. And I was like, oh my God, this is going to be amazing. He's basically going to be Thor, this elemental awesomeness powerhouse. And then
they were like, let's give him a surfboard.
Yeah. This is why I'm at a 4.
So but I'm excited about Black Manta too. So I'm a huge Black Manta fan, like as like his villain, like the main villain. He's not even the main villain. He's a secondary villain. The main villain is Orm, Aquaman's half brother in the movie. So he's going to take over like Atlantis, and Aquaman's like, nah, bruh. Like, I'm bet you he's going to say,
literally, nah, bruh.
Nah, bruh. I'm going to go down there.
He might say bro. Bruh is a little frat guy. Bro is more surfer.
Hey, I could totally see Aqua Bro like downing Pabst Blue Ribbon and tequila.
I think there's a scene where he does that in Justice League, right? Where he's drinking something.
So Aquaman has to like stop Orm, aka the Ocean Master, from like taking over Atlantis, right? And I think Mira is like Aquaman's chick. She is amazing. She looks great. She's played by Amber Heard, who I always thought was going to be an amazing enchantress. That's like Thor's chick. Like, she's evil, but then she loves Thor, and she's a lot like her.
Catwoman.
Yeah, exactly. That's actually perfect. Yeah, she's that. So like that's what I thought. But she's making a really good Mira, who's Aquaman's like woman, like his queen eventually.
I'm getting such Little Mermaid vibes from her hair.
Her hair is extremely red. It's like, vibrant.
It's like, so it's really pushing the suspension of belief.
Yes.
Yeah. It's a little much.
It's very cartoony because it looks like a cartoon.
Yeah.
I think it's going to look different on screen.
Yeah, and I hope they slap a filter on it or something.
Yeah, but so far it's like toxic red.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It looks a lot like when people made fun of Medusa from the Inhumans. It's like, it's an uncomfortable red. When you see it, you'll see it.
Yeah.
But I love Amber Heard. She's great. I think she's going to be incredible. I think she's going to do a great job. I think everything she does is awesome ever since she did Zombieland. So I'm excited about that. The villains, I'm really jazzed. And actually the underwater action scenes look significantly better than when he first debuted, where he was clearly holding his breath.
Though I do want to ask why there is what looked like not a plesiosaur. It was looked like a crocodile. Why is it in the ocean?
Oh, that's a I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Like,
I know exactly what you're talking about
at the
too.
very end scene, there's like this croc that comes in. I'm like, wait.
Why is he that deep?
Yeah, I'm like, I get, and he's like a gargantuan, like Leviathan kind of being. I get it. But they look like there's dinosaurs down there. But I'm also like, but crocodile, why? they have to breathe through their nose. They can't dive underwater.
So that's Aquaman.
Yes.
Again, we're both at a 5 excited.
Yes.
Which I'm an excited 5. She's like a less excited 5 because she dropped down.
Yeah.
I jumped up. So like I'm, we're going opposite right now.
Yeah. He's has hope. I just would like to be surprised.
I'm half full. She's half empty.
Exactly.
This is the yin and the yang of the NeuroNerds. And now we're going to hand it over to our NeuroNerd adjacent Ash on the ground floor at Comic-Con Day 2.
Hello.
Hey, you are recording. I'm so happy. How's it going there on you're our person on the ground. How is it at Comic-Con today?
It is really busy today.
Really?
Yeah. Well, today's way more packed than it was yesterday.
Oh, okay. So what have you seen and what are you loving?
I have seen a lot more lines. Like, I didn't get into the Good Place panel because I want to say people camped out overnight to stay there.
Seriously?
And then me and Mika got to do the 2018 Women of Hollywood panel, which was really cool with Regina King.
Oh, that's cool. I love Regina King. She's been in everything from what? Poetic Justice to like the voice of Huey on the Boondocks, which is amazing.
Oh, yeah. So I have a panel picture of all the women, so I'll definitely be able to send that to you.
Oh, the only women I want to see pictures of are you, Ash. You're amazing. I love your outfit. We already posted the one of you in Legends of the Hidden Temple, and we're just going to blow up the Mario pictures because you look awesome.
Thank you. Blow them up, put them on your wall.
What about the cosplay going on over there? Has there been anything that sticks out to you?
There's a lot more Star Wars. Like they had like a full Star Wars dance party, and everybody came out. That was like a little bit of the footage that I had sent you earlier.
Oh, that's awesome! It was like a parade for Star Wars.
Yeah. So they were like going to like their little dance party thing that they had set up at the end of the hotel.
That's awesome. So what's next on the agenda for you?
Oh my goodness, I don't know. There's so much. I did a couple. I have like a DC pass and an FX pass. So I'll see if I can get into any of those experiences. Mm-hmm. And they have a couple like those playrooms. They have a Jack Ryan one. I guess like you try to get in and you then try to get out. Whatever. I forgot the name of those things.
Oh, it's like an escape room.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. All right, so I hope you get into the FX one. And if you do, keep an eye out for anything Legion, because Legion is probably my favorite show on TV right now. And hope that you can't get into the DC one, because DC is very disappointing.
Well, they're here this year, so they're trying to do all they can.
Actually, I just saw the Aquaman trailer, and I'm pleasantly surprised. And I'm even more pleasantly surprised with Shazam. That actually looks pretty good.
Right.
All right, so
there's a lot more going on.
So what are you excited for? Like, what's the number one thing that you're like, you know what, this is what I want to see today?
Oh my goodness, I just want to get through some more experience. The VR games that we did yesterday were really, really awesome. So hopefully we can maybe do another one today and see how that goes.
Yay! All right, how many pictures have you taken with people today?
Maybe about 4 or 5, but I'm going to try to up my game because I was running around by myself so much earlier this morning. Mm-hmm. So once we get all back together, we can try to get some more pictures going. So
were you running around collecting coins? Get it? Because you're Mario?
Yeah, ding, ding, ding. I know, every time I was running this morning, do, 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 ding, ding, ding.
So is there anything that you thought was going to be amazing and just ended up being disappointing? Like, is there a disappointing part of Comic-Con right now?
I didn't come into it with any expectations, so I wouldn't be disappointed. I think I will plan out more for next year and like probably plan for more lines to be there earlier.
Right.
But other than that, I'm satisfied. I like it very much.
So are the lines overwhelming? Are they kind of ruining the experience, or is this something tolerable because it is what it is?
I wanted to get the past 2 days were tolerable. Today is kind of like, okay. So we'll see. We'll see. Like the street is just like Mardi Gras.
Oh, wow. Are there a bunch of smelly nerds over there, or are they at least pleasantly? Yes. Nerds don't tend to be the most cleanly people in the world. Right. Well, this is awesome. I appreciate all of the little people that you're doing like the little snippet interviews with. Right. You're amazing. I adore you. You're the NeuroNerd adjacent. You're beautiful. You're great. You're an angel.
Yay.
And continue to shame Mika for not dressing up.
Okay.
Because that's a problem.
It is a little bit.
And you and Chasten are rocking the house with your costume, and I can't wait till next year because I'd love to be part of one of those outfits.
Yes, we can see what we can do. Hopefully we can get some more friends over here this year.
You know, you can be any kind of princess, and then I'll follow you around with a big fan. I'll be like, the slave guy.
Oh, I want to be the Rugrats crew next year.
Oh, I don't even know who I would want to be. If I would want to be Tommy or Chucky.
Or if we do Doug, you could be Doug, and then Chasten could be Skeeter.
Oh, I could totally be Doug because only a little bit of hair grows on the front of my hair, so it'd be perfect.
Exactly.
That's awesome. Oh my God. You know, it'd be really funny. We could be like the Rugrats. I'll be Chucky, but I'll be dressed up as Chucky the murdering doll.
Ooh, yeah.
Right? We put on a little flip on it. So, Ash, you're awesome. I adore you. Thank you for doing this. I appreciate it. We appreciate it. And so do all the NeuroNerds listening to this.
Thank you. I'm glad I'm able to help out and be a part of it.
I appreciate it. And I'll talk to you really soon, okay?
All right. Talk to you soon.
NeuroNerd correspondent out. So, I saw a trailer for Shazam.
That I did not watch.
Now, Shazam...
Is
I'm a big
Shaquille
fan
O'Neal going to be in it again?
No, that's Kazam.
Oh, that is Kazam. That's right.
I am Kazam. Yes. Also, I'm a big Shaquille O'Neal fan, so obviously I've seen that terrible movie. So Shazam is a kid.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
So
I saw the cartoon.
He's a kid, Billy Batson. He's just like this dude. and he's a foster kid. So like he's an orphan, and he lives in an orphanage, and he's kind of like a smart ass, but he's like a really good dude. So like he defends other like kids and stuff, and so he is on a subway, and then like he ends. It's this weird. He's chosen by a wizard, the wizard Shazam, and so the wizard Shazam chooses him because he's like a good kid to have the powers of Shazam. And how do you get the powers of Shazam? You say the word Shazam. And then he turns into like this godlike creature who's played by Zachary Levi, the dude who did Chuck. Yeah. It's weird. And the outfit's a little weird because clearly he has like fake muscles. But anyways.
They sewed those into the suit.
So here's the best compliment I can give it. It looks like a Marvel movie.
Oh, ooh.
There's
so they didn't slap that Zack Snyder.
Nope. It's very vibrant. There's colors. There's humor because like Shazam's funny because he's a, 13, 14-year-old boy who
suddenly is a troll.
Who is basically Superman.
Yeah.
So like one of Superman's rivals, not that they're rivals because they're both good, but like he's gotten into fights with Shazam over like miscommunication. And like Shazam holds his own.
Yeah.
Even though he's a child, but he has the power of Shazam. So, but yeah, but he's magical. Like that's why he always like kind of beats up Superman, because Superman's one weakness is magic.
Yeah.
So it looks really good so far. So I'm super into that. And before I was like, man, it's gonna be garbage. But like I'm in. So that's 2 for 2 right now with DC movies that are coming out that I'm super into. Prior to that, I haven't been into anything. I haven't been into a DC movie since like The Dark Knight. Agreed.
That Dark Knight and the Dark Knight trilogy.
Yeah, that was really, really good.
The iconic Batman. That is the Batman of our generation.
Yes, yeah. Christian Bale is an all-time great Batman. Yes,
I mean Michael Keaton, amazing Batman.
He's
for
my
the
Batman.
Time.
Yeah, he's my Batman
for his time. However, I loved him in Spider-Man: Homecoming.
He was great.
I was like, oh my God. And then there was like a scene where he's asking, and I think I saw this on a How It Should Have Ended clip where it's like he's in the car, they animated him in the car threatening Spider-Man. And he's like, you know why? Like why you should not threaten me or whatever, or do what I tell you. And Spider-Man says, why? And he goes, because I'm Batman.
That's perfect. So this is kind of leading the Sinister Six, but he kind of seemed like a good guy at the end of the movie. Not a good guy,
Wait,
but like Michael Keaton as the Vulture. So
how did you get the vibe that he was kind of a good guy?
Because he easily at the post-credit scene, where like the dude who's turning into Scorpion, he's like, yo, so like, you know, I heard through the grapevine, you know the identity of Spider-Man. He clearly knows the identity of Spider-Man. He's like, yeah, so if you tell me, I'm gonna kill this dude. Yeah. And he's like, if I know the identity, he'd be dead already. So he's like, oh, all right, cool, man. So like, it was kind of like, well, why didn't you kill him if you're evil?
He wants to do it himself.
They can do that. But it kind of seemed like, did he learn?
No, that little protective about it. Maybe he's going to be, you know what he does well? Because again, this is Batman. He does conflicted well.
He agreed. Yeah.
I mean, and he did Birdman and stuff like that. So he kind of does that. Like, isn't he, what's too far, what's not far enough? So maybe that's what they'll try to do because he is Michael Keaton. He is. He's awesome. He's a great actor. So there's a lot of Sinister Six characters though in the next Spider-Man movie. So they're talking about is Tom Holland going to be alive?
They're bringing him back. They have to.
Are you sure?
I'm 100% positive.
It's kind of like the next Black Panther because maybe Shuri's the next Black Panther.
That's true. But they did announce there's going to be the next Doctor Strange, and there isn't another Doctor Strange. There's only him. There's not like the next.
What if it's about Wong? Maybe Wong gets his own movie.
You know what? I'd watch it. I think that dude's hilarious. I think that guy's great.
He's like the Ned of Doctor Strange. And not just because they're big, round Asian guys. Yeah, not just they're chubby Asian. Maybe, maybe you just tied it into the Disney-verse. He's grown-up Ned. Oh my God. Right? Wouldn't that be like adorable. A crazy fan theory? Oh my God. Oh, we got to see if that's actually a fan theory. I'm sure it is because everything is. So you have Scorpion, right? You have Vulture. Jake Gyllenhaal is in talks to be Mysterio. You have... I just remembered I have insider information about the next Avengers movie that I cannot share. Wait, not share with the masses or not share with me? Not share with the masses. Oh, okay. Sorry, guys. I'm awesome. Yeah, like I know of a couple I have a confirmed actor who's alive for the movie and a new actor. Oh, a new actor? Is it Adam Warlock? Nope.
No?
I don't know. I just know the actor. She didn't tell me who he's playing.
Oh, I love living in Los Angeles.
Right? Everyone knows everyone.
Everybody knows everything.
I am 1 degree of separate. No, I'm 2 degrees of separation away from the next Avengers movie.
Oh my gosh, I am 6 degrees of separation of Kevin Bacon. I'm 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon.
That's funny.
And now we're going to hand it over to our NeuroNerd adjacent correspondent on the ground floor for her third and final day at Comic-Con, Ashley Hopson, the beautiful, the talented, the amazing. Thank you, Ash, for all your hard work. Hey.
Hey.
Ash on the ground. You sound so energetic and fluffy.
Oh my God. I am ready to pass out and sleep for like the next 10 days.
So I take it that Comic-Con was a success for you?
Yes, it was a success, you know. It's very tiring. And luckily, it wasn't as hot as it could have been for, like, you know, a July summer.
Right.
So I want to say that saved us, but it's still tiring.
If it was 2 weeks ago, it probably would have been even rougher.
Oh, yeah, you know, probably would have died already.
So was it worth the hype? Was it just another Comic-Con, or was there something special about this one?
I want to say it was like something special because of the energy that's there that everybody loves. Like, I never attended another one. I want to do one maybe coming up this year, the LA one, just to kind of see the difference.
Right.
But it was really cool how they have everything set up, and yeah, people just love it. Like, it's a whole family event.
You went to like a little get-together party thing, right?
No, we never made it. We walked the streets. We found a cheesecake factory. We walked the streets some more. Looked at the party for the VIPs going on the rooftop of the Hollywood hotel. The Hard Rock Hotel. Mm-hmm. And then we went home.
That sounds resting, because the rest sounds exhausting.
Oh my God, I know. One thing I can say was standing outside on the street, I did see William Shatner in his Star Trek outfit, because I guess he did like a guest appearance at a gallery that was there.
Are you serious?
I was like, is that William Shatner? And they're like, no, he died. I'm like, no, he didn't.
Don't put that into the ethos.
Don't put that.
Oh my gosh, William Shatner he looks remarkable for being like 80-something years old.
He is old, because they were like, no, that's an old man. I'm like, well, he is pretty old.
Yeah,
so.
he might literally be an alien.
He might be an alien. I can go with that one.
Oh my God, you should have kidnapped him. I mean,
right, held on ransom. Yeah, held on ransom forever in my studio apartment to live long and prosper.
Do you have a highlight of the weekend for yourself?
It's a lot. It's a lot. I want to say I give props to all the people that really put so much detail in their costumes, mm-hmm. and like have the balls to walk around in it all day and take pictures nonstop. And they're just excited about it. Like, that was awesome.
I got to tell you, your Legends of the Hidden Temple and your Mario costume, spot on. You were killing it.
So on Friday, me and Chasten were super hyped up because like some people knew who we are. Like, you could tell, you know, people in their 30s because they knew who we were. And we got like so much recognition. We were so hyped up. And when it came down to it, we're like, Saturday, we're going to be Mario. Like, we're going to be like all the 10 other thousand Marios that are there. So we were really contemplating wearing the same outfit twice. She was like, let's go get some Febreze, air it out, because, you know, that recognition gets to your head. And our heads were pretty big that day, like almost didn't fit in our helmets. But we went through with it. Mika and Tu kind of semi-hyped us up, but we weren't feeling it until we got there. And then we realized that there are no black Mario and Luigi. So we were another hit.
See? Everything's coming up Millhouse. You guys are killing it. That's like, hilarious.
Yes. They like, and then like the other Marios and the Peaches, and like they were finding us and we're taking pictures with them. And like the moment that was like, oh my God, I guess like that's where you want to be a Disney character. Because me and Chasten were at Cheesecake Factory, and like this Spanish lady came up, like little English. She was like, oh, can you guys take a picture with my son? And my heart was like, oh my God, I've made it in the world.
Even if there were other Marios, you were the Mario.
Exactly. That's what really matters.
People will check out the pictures that we post. You are absolutely the Mario. Speaking of like the cosplay and the costumes, some of those costumes look very hot.
Oh, like every Batman you saw, like the chin was just dripping sweat.
Oh, I'm sure they just are miserable.
But they do it.
It takes like a lot of dedication to do that. You know what? It's even worse because like you have a mask on and people can't really see who you are.
Right.
So what's getting recognition is Batman himself, not you as Batman.
Exactly. But Mika knew one of the guys that dressed up like Batman. He was like, yeah, yesterday I was so hot in this costume, I probably almost died. But all the props that I was getting made me get dressed again today. I'm like, see?
That's awesome. I feel that a few Halloweens ago, I was Mr. T, and I went down like the Halloween walk in West Hollywood. And like every third person is like, oh, Mr. T, like take a picture with me. I was like, yeah, I'm kind of
it. See? Yeah, killing it.
But in no way, shape, or form was I on Ash's level as Mario or Legends of the Hidden Temple. You guys were amazing.
Oh, man. I can't wait to see what we do next year.
And you guys look like you had so much fun. Is there anything that surprised you about being there this weekend?
How crowded it is on Saturday.
So Saturday by far the busiest day.
So I don't know what it will be today because like we left early, but yeah, Saturday was busy. Like I would do preview day, which is on Thursday, and then I would definitely do Friday again. But Saturday is like up there in heat.
Might avoid the Saturday,
or just know what you want to do as far as panel wise, like. If you just do all because they had a lot of outside experience that we didn't get to do that were like really, really, really cool. Mm-hmm. So, but they were open to the public and people would pass it. So it was kind of those things like, we got there like 5 minutes too late for the Jack Ryan virtual reality clubhouse zip line experience.
I saw the Jack Ryan the VR thing that they had was kind of a big hit. It was everywhere. I saw it on several different sites and people were tweeting about it. That seems interesting.
Yeah, we didn't make it.
So, what panels did you hit?
So I did a lot of writers panels, which were really cool. I tried to get into Good Place, but I think I should have camped out like at 6:00 that morning in order to get in. The women in Hollywood of 2018 were really good. So I want to say like doing the little panels that not a lot of people were in because they were going to celebrity panels were cool because it was like more intimate.
Right.
But I would definitely look up celebrity panels next time and just like camp out for hours. Bring my PB&J and my little chair and water.
Ooh, that actually sounds awesome right now.
Right.
So next year, so was Star Wars represented at Comic-Con and Marvel, or were they just kind of like in the backgrounds?
Just in the background. So they had nothing big. Like they end up, I'll have to send you a picture because we thought it was going to be something else. It was like Star Wars, the costume. So we thought it was something else, but it ended up just being like the Star Wars clothing line that they had. Oh. And it looks so good. I ended up buying a jacket.
So did you get aside of the jacket, did you get any collectibles from Comic-Con? Any exclusives?
I did not.
Did you see?
I did not run around.
You didn't? Were people going crazy for some of the stuff that is just like Comic-Con exclusives?
Yeah, so I guess like in the first 5 minutes they pass out like designated amount of these tubes with posters in it that have like the outside that says Comic-Con, but like if you're not there, like right when the doors open, like you don't get one.
The first 5 minutes? Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
That's saved for like super nerd.
Yes. I'm not me. Like I didn't walk the floor. I didn't really try to get too many freebies. Like I was just kind of like just perusing along, which was fine. And I would say it was pretty cool. Like we went with our group, but we all have different interests. Like we separated. So then it was like 4 hours by ourselves. We'll get together for an hour and then we like separate again. It's like everyone wants to see something different. So it's one of those things like if you go as a group, like don't be too attached to being with your group because you may end up splitting up for like a couple hours.
All right. You know what you can look at that as? Like all of you guys are like the Avengers. You have your solo films and then you come back and you end up doing like Avengers 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Exactly. So we were totally solo movie that day.
Man, so you kind of went to a special Comic-Con because this is the one Comic-Con that DC kind of won.
Yes.
Only because Marvel didn't
Only because Marvel
anything.
And Star Wars didn't do anything.
Yeah, they're like, hey, we're not going to do anything, but next year we're going to like announce that we have like X-Men back, Fantastic Four, and then just blow everybody out of the water.
Right.
And then with the future Avengers Star Wars crossover.
Exactly.
That might be too much. I might just like turn into vapor. I might vanish like Thanos snapped his fingers. It'd be too much for me.
Too much, but
it would be awesome.
I feel like it was a good time to go because they weren't all there, so I don't think it wasn't as crazy. And because I was just like that, but it was still very good. I still enjoyed myself.
That's awesome. Do you have any advice to first-time Comic-Con goers for next year?
Wear comfortable shoes. Bring a backpack full of snacks and waters and Gatorade, because like you can bring snacks in. So like make some PBJs, bring your Gatorade, bring your waters, because you don't spend $10 inside on one bottle.
Oh, jeez.
If you can get like these cute little aluminum folding chairs that you can get in your backpack, buy one. Like,
that's such a good idea.
Because when you're in line, like you're just sitting on the ground, and then you see all the old school people pop all these little chairs, and you're like, God damn it! See, those are the veterans in life.
Yeah, those are forward thinkers,
right? Yeah, just
awesome.
study the schedule, know what you want to see, and like just get ready to wait if you really want to see it.
Yeah, and would you say that there was something for everybody over there? Like even if you're not like a hardcore like superhero fan or I don't know, if you're not a superhero fan, why are we even talking? But if you're not necessarily like Marvel or DC or like Star Wars, is there something for everybody?
Well, yeah, like we can go back to Mika. Like, she's our nerd, but she's not the nerd.
Right.
But there were a lot of writing panels for her, like intro to writing, screenplays, how to film on mobile devices. So like she had her own little thing going on. Right. So I wanted, there's something, there was anime, there was like totally something for everyone. Like all the hotels had something. I want to say I hit every hotel, but not every activity, but there is something for everyone there.
Oh, that's great. So all the creatives, you don't necessarily need to be a nerd. If you just want to work on your craft, go check out Comic-Con.
Yeah, because they had like the indie program going on with like movies, and they had Canada, like a Canada writing class. Like it was a lot of people there.
Oh, wow. So, that's you know what? I would never even think of, because when I think Comic-Con, literally all I think of is like
comic books.
Comic books. That's it. Comics come to life, and like video games based on comic books, movies based on. I didn't even think of how to shoot with a cell phone. That's great. That's like such interesting information.
Oh yeah, very good information, very good panels, and like if you have the time, like sit in one. Like I did a couple, like the documentary one. They were talking about how to film it, what to look for, how the passion goes. Like it was very interesting. So yeah, you have to go outside your comfort zone for a couple times.
Yeah, but that's how we grow as people.
Right.
This is awesome. Ash, I really can't thank you enough for being our NeuroNerd adjacent on the ground and reporting back to us. We love all the photos. We love all the little interviews that you did. You've been everything, Ash. You're the bestest.
Well, thank you for letting me be your first actual correspondent somewhere.
It's amazing. I love you. I think everybody's going to love you after this. I can't thank you enough. Next time you come hang out, obviously, giant hug coming your way. And if you're dressed like Mario, even better. So Ash, go rest up. Go ice your feet, because I'm sure standing for 72 hours in line isn't the greatest thing in the world. But I appreciate the call and the wrap up, and I look forward to talking to you soon.
Oh, no problem. Thank you so much, and have fun with the NeuroNerds out there.
Awesome. Thank you, Ash. We love you.
Love you too.
NeuroNerd correspondent out. So I'm excited. Obviously, I'm a Marvel guy.
So am I.
I'm a
Marvel gal, not a Marvel guy.
I'm actually a Marvel gal as well. So I'm a DC lover, because they seriously have the best characters. They just don't know how to transfer them from the page to the screen.
I don't have a position in DC.
Watch the animated movies.
No, I have.
They'll blow your mind.
I have. Again,
Under the Red Hood, incredible. Justice League Doom, fantastic. Justice League Flashpoint Paradox, one of the best superhero movies ever.
I love that movie.
Crisis on Infinite Earths. My voice is going up.
I know.
Superman.
I like the TV shows growing up. The original Batman Beyond. I love those.
Oh, Batman Beyond
was
really
was awesome.
Somehow they made like a different Batman awesome.
Yeah. And it worked because you still had Bruce Wayne in there.
Yes.
And he was the older statesman.
Hey.
Hey.
Kind of like this dude over here.
Not quite.
Yeah, Forever 13.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. You know what I'm not excited about? The line. So I was talking to Ashley and she was like, there's so many people here. She said like the first 2 days were tolerable. The third day, look, it's just a lot. And for me, just talking to her, I'm like, I'm starting to have a panic attack.
And it's because it's the weekend. That's why, because most people can get off work and show up. So, of course, the weekends are going to be horrible. I have a couple friends there that work booths for companies, and one of my friends is an artist, so she's there.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, but and she's been dressing in very like Lolita-style dresses and stuff like that.
Oh, cool.
But it looks insane.
It's chaos.
Yeah.
So I went to Coachella, and that was chaos for me. This would be just as bad, just indoors, which might be even worse.
Yeah,
because like worst case, like at Coachella, I could just like look up and it's like, oh, there's open sky. Like here, like if I was at Comic-Con, I'd be like, I'm trapped.
Yeah,
I can't go anywhere.
I'm like, the last thing I did was Anime Expo in high school, and that was a while ago, guys.
Yeah, again, we had completely different high school experiences.
Yes. I still have my Witch Hunter Robin shirts that they gave away from, this has to be like 10, 11 years ago, 12 years ago, when Witch Hunter Robin came out, and it was still held at the Anaheim Convention Center. And I still use those shirts to sleep in.
That's awesome.
Yes, I love them.
I didn't I didn't do any witch hunting. I did chick hunting.
That was a time before the juggernaut of Marvel was the big draw at these conventions.
Oh man, you know what? Marvel. So everybody's like, yeah, of course Marvel is dominating. No, man.
No, Marvel was not a juggernaut.
Dude, there's a reason why like they're barely getting all of their properties back because they were so terrible and they're like, we don't know what we're doing. So we have to sell the rights to Spider-Man and Daredevil and all of those because they sucked.
Yeah.
Go back and watch Man-Thing. Yeah. Yeah, that's a deep cut.
Wow.
Man-Thing is basically...
I don't even know what that is.
Basically, Man-Thing is Swamp Thing. Swamp Thing is DC.
Yeah.
So Man-Thing is Marvel's version of Swamp Thing. And they did like a superhero horror movie. It is awful. It's so bad. If I'm not mistaken, they bought it so it wouldn't be released. It's so bad. It's kind of like the Roger Corman Fantastic Four movie, which is another one where it's like... That's awful. There was also a Justice League TV show. I don't know if you know that.
The cartoon?
No, a live action TV show. It's terrible. So they added...
We should do an episode where we watch some of these terrible...
Oh my God. I think we just figured out some content for YouTube. So I have all of them because I'm that dude. They added it was the Atom. They had Fire and Ice, where only one of the those were new characters for the TV show. They're now characters
canonized, but
now back in the day they were not. They had Martian Manhunter, which is cool.
Did they paint his skin green?
It was so bad. Oh, no. It was so bad.
Did he look like Marvin the Martian?
He looked, I can't even describe it. Really cheap looking costumes that your parents would buy you, and it's just like a mask
Party
and
City or something. Yeah.
Worse than that somehow.
Like you buy them off Amazon?
Like you bought it at the knockoff store, like Amaron or something like that.
Yeah.
It's so bad. So there was a Justice League TV series that was horrible. Now I watch these shows and it's like everybody's like, oh dude, well obviously Marvel is dope. They weren't.
No,
and even in the
not.
comic books, even in the comic books, all these characters were like, Iron Man's an alcoholic.
Yeah, I used to go to Frankensons. Have you heard of that?
I did.
Yeah, the Frankensons is actually right by my house. It's in City of Industry. But speaking of that, with Iron Man being a alcoholic, apparently, so I was listening to a talk where it was talking about tropes in writing and how if you wanted to make your character gritty before the new millennium, it was alcoholism. That's how you showed that your character was gritty, was dealing with something. Was they dealt with some sort of alcoholism.
Oh, wow.
And then that has now translated into PTSD post 9/11.
Wow.
So now for your character to be gritty and realistic is to be dealing with PTSD.
You want to know what's really funny? That's what they did with Iron Man.
Yep.
In Iron Man 3, where they gave him PTSD.
Because it's more relatable than alcoholism now.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yep. That's the trend in writing and characterization.
Wow. It's really weird. So I actually have PTSD.
Yep.
I don't think it's relatable. to anyone else. You know what I mean? It's really weird. Like it's I feel like all alone.
It's no. I think PTSD and the effects of it are accessible to the non-initiated. Like you can sympathize, you can understand, right? Again, we don't experience it,
right?
But you can understand when you're watching someone on the screen go through it. You can have a visceral response to that,
right?
Because it's something you can't control.
Yeah, I guess
versus alcoholism.
Yeah, I guess it's more of a me thing because I almost feel guilty that I have PTSD because I wasn't in war. Like I was programmed growing up to like, oh well, PTSD it's for soldiers,
right?
So when I was told I had it, I was like, oh no, I don't fight like that. Like,
well, here's to normalizing PTSD.
Yeah,
lots of people have PTSD. You can have PTSD from getting into a fight, from a car accident, from a rape. Like PTSD is post-traumatic stress syndrome. Anytime your body has been stressed.
Yeah, anytime you've gone through trauma, and that could be so many different things. And I'm awoke. I'm woke.
Yeah, and it's how your brain has decided to deal with trauma.
Yeah.
And there's there shouldn't be any judgment.
There should, don't be a dick. That's my best.
So I used to work at a coffee shop that the owner was a veteran. He was a young Iraq veteran. And so we always like welcomed veterans into our store, like discounts. Like we loved having veterans in the store. But I actually went out and did some research. One, because I was reading a lot of it and writing about it, but on like how to help people, like if someone's having an episode in PTSD, at least a soldier, like where they're having
flashbacks.
Yeah, they're having a flashback. Because there's been, people can have them anywhere. And it was like how to help people having a flashback.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, because I was like, if we were in the store, like you don't just let someone have freak out. So, and it was about like being very careful. You don't touch them. You help ground them by telling them what day it is, where they're at in time, that they're safe. Let them put their back against a wall, all these things. And then you talk to them in a soothing, calm voice to try to bring them back. And then you can ask if they would like either a hand touch, a shoulder, a hug to help them ground them back into reality.
I literally almost started crying right now.
Aww.
I have...
You didn't know I knew this.
No, I have a sensory issues, especially when I have like my little freakouts. And it's really difficult for Felice. It's very difficult because your loved one is going through trauma. What do you want to do?
Yeah, you want to hug them.
You want to hug them. You want to comfort them. And I have a lot of issues being a passenger in a car. There's no other way to say it. I have these crazy freakouts. I just like, I jump in like crazy panic mode. Like I don't know what happens. It's a lot. Like it's crazy over stimulating. And the first thing that she wants to do, she wants to put her hand on my hand. She wants to put her hand on my thigh and just like, comfort, like it's okay.
Trying to physically ground you.
And it's even more sensory stuff. And it doesn't drive me crazy. It's just like, it's too much. It's like, hey, I'm being electrocuted. This sucks. It's like, oh, okay, cool. Well, here's some water I'm going to throw on you. No, it's going to make it worse. And it's hard to explain that to like your loved one. It's like, hey, your touch, it's making me worse, you know? So she's gotten better, but I know it's so difficult because all you want to do is comfort and help. And sometimes it's just by not doing that, and yeah, it's weird. Wow, that's great. That's awesome that he did that. That's amazing.
Oh, no, took it upon myself. Like the owner didn't tell us. I took it upon myself to research it.
Did he appreciate it? Please tell me he appreciated it.
Oh, I never told him.
Really?
No, because
luckily you're like a background superhero.
Oh, yeah. Like we didn't have anyone go through it. I just did it for my own.
Right.
Because I planned for as many outcomes as possible. But it was very important because, again, like you said, the instinct for people is to crowd around someone and be like, are you okay? Are you okay? But what people need is they're lost in a memory or in their own head. So you have to kind of draw them out so they can understand their reality. The other thing they say is like tell them to like people like press against the back, press your hands against the floor so you can feel that you're in the present, right? And it was just talking to them. So because when you're kind of stuck in your head, when I teach children, this is important too, is you can kind of get stuck in a loop that you can't get out. So the only way you can do that is to provide a different type of stimulus that interrupts that.
Right.
So like talking in a calm voice and just continuous talking can help penetrate. So at least it can shake it enough that then they can feel the floor, feel the back, start hearing you're in a coffee shop. Today is this date. It's almost like time.
Go to the light, Carol Ann. Go to the It's funny. So like I have a new thing I've been talking to my therapist about. It's freeze. So, you go like fight or flight.
Oh, yeah.
So I lived fight or flight the majority of my entire life. I've been in like, survival mode. So it's weird. Like when things happen, like I'll fight or like I'll fight. It's mostly like I react weird because like I'm always amped up. But like I need a freeze,
like
because
a moment.
And sometimes that moment is a moment. Sometimes it's 5. Sometimes it might be like
a week.
Yeah, exactly. It might be a day or so. But like I can't explain. Like everything is turned up to like 20.
Yeah, you're hypersensitive
to everything.
Yeah.
Even like a normal quiet, calm, relaxed conversation it's so much. It's like a horror.
Up.
It is. It's like a horror movie, It's like so there's a scene where Professor X his power is just starting.
Oh, yeah.
And like he's just started and he hears everyone. He doesn't just hear like one person's thought. He hears the entire city's thoughts all at once. There's a scene in Justice League where the Martian Manhunter in the cartoon, Justice League Unlimited, Martian Manhunter, dope. So he can read people's minds. So they ask him to find somebody. It's something that they like didn't want to ask him. So like it's this whole city full of people and they're like, we really need to find this dude because he's evil and he's gonna hurt some people. So like I know it's hard to ask, but can you like tap in and find him? And he's like, all right, I'm gonna do my best. So he opens his mind up to hear every single person in the city to try to find this dude. And literally it's too much. Like he kind of goes crazy for that minute. And just remembering that cartoon, that's how I feel.
This
and like
happened in Buffy also.
Really? Like he ran off into the forest just to
Yeah.
try to get the voices to stop because it's too much. That's how I feel.
Buffy went through that too, where she got an aspect of the demon and she started being able to hear minds. And then it's starting to drive her crazy. And like they said, like if they couldn't figure out a cure, it would kill her.
Man.
But then Angel came in and saved the day and fed her the heart of a demon and it was perfect.
David Boreanaz, come save me.
Seriously, right?
David Boreanaz, come hang out with Lauren.
Yes,
is he on your list too? Is he on your hit list?
He was. When he was as Angel, he was.
As Angel?
As Angel.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never really watched Angel.
Yeah.
And again, we talked about the Buffy thing. Like my Buffy is not Sarah Michelle Gellar, it's Christy Swanson.
Yes. So, but yeah. So again, if you live under a rock and didn't know that this weekend was Comic-Con, it is.
It is.
Go watch everything that's been released legally. On,
yes. Don't do the shaky cam stuff. Be patient.
Yeah, that's not worth it.
It's gonna be better.
Yes.
So like I'm one of those people. I saw the Infinity War trailer like through somebody's phone.
Nope, I didn't.
I did because I'm a horrible person.
Yes.
And not that I was disappointed. I was very, very happy. But when I actually saw the trailer, my mind was so blown. I was like, damn it, I really wish I wouldn't have seen it on the stupid shaky phone.
Yep.
So definitely wait for the trailers to come out in full HD. We live in a beautiful time where, you know how they say art imitates life? Art is better than real life right now. Like
now.
The colors are vibrant. Everything is amazing. Wait for them to be on TV. Go see the Aquaman trailer. Go check out the Shazam trailer.
Yes.
Maybe DC has turned a corner.
We can hope.
But that's all we can do.
Right? That's what we're NeuroNerds. We have hope.
That's what we're here for. We bring
DC.
hope. And if you have hope, you have everything.
Yes.
We can do anything. Yes. I feel like the song, I can do anything. I'm not going to sing. I don't want to pay for it.
Don't.
So yeah, the NeuroNerds, we are here to help. We are very excited about Comic-Con. We are very happy to be sponsored by Avid Technologies.
Yes, Avid is amazing, and they provide some of the most amazing, I'm sorry to reuse the word, amazing tools for creatives out there.
Seriously, we don't sound this good in real life.
No, we don't.
We have like my voice is hoarse and scratchy.
Yeah.
It's like nails on a chalkboard. That's how awesome their stuff is.
Wow, self-deprecation at its finest, y'all.
Hey, I'm a recovering Catholic and I'm Puerto Rican. It's just how I grew up.
Sounds about right.
So I want to thank Ash as well for, going out of her way, taking some time out at Comic-Con to report back to us, let us know what's going on. Oh, as always, the NeuroNerds, we are here to help. We love you guys. Reach out to us at the NeuroNerds Everything. Reach out to Lauren at Lauren L. Manzano. Reach out to me at Joso Rocks Everything and Everywhere. NeuroNerds out.
Yeah.
Audi 5000. Are we bringing it back to the 90s?
Is it 5,000?
I think.
Or is it 6? Audi? Yeah, I think you're right. Okay. Audi 5.
Audi 5Gs. I don't know.
We tried to make that happen. It didn't work.
Our brains didn't connect. No. Two brains. We're like the Spice Girls. 2 become 1.
I love Spice Girls.